That's why they call it trampoline. Hey, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo! Money back, money back, money back. And my with me pretty too. They look like bridesmaids. And they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I mean,
all right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And some room to roam now. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down
21,
here.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Goodwin able to haul it in. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go ahead. 13, 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
12.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Go ahead. 11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Garoppolo on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
11. 2.
Garoppolo again. A quick throw, but incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? It's a quarterback sneak. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run with Breida. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1, Omaha. 11. Go ahead. Here we go. Hurry up. They're running it. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Garoppolo hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers.
Here we go. 11. Flag.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time Rodgers will throw. Escaping the pressure into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Flag. 11. Flag. Get hot. White. 21. Yes.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Dorsett. Look at the spin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hey, check 26. Over.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
13. 11. 6.
To throw is Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
Now Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back here right after this. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. On second down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
88.
To throw is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. And even 40 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Philip Dorsett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
11. White. 13.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
12.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Zoom, zoom.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it third down. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yeah,
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And able to find Dorsett. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
12. 6. Yes.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Dorsett on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
319.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember when playing in these spots, and my coach was always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety too. They're going to bring pressure.
Get set!
On second down, here's Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
158!
Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Right now, you got 58. No.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
White.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
12. 11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Muscles him off. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Go. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Play action. Garoppolo. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Rodgers now on first down. A dump underneath to Jones. Flexing his muscle at the 30. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
319! 319!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Packers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
13. 13. Flag.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Go. 11. 13.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And escapes the sack. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Green Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swing doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. bankroll, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't skid, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce, don't think I'm ready. You got that swag, you got that salt, then sell it. Free mind, cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. Bought the game, all brand new chain. I swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, whip it, this shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the I do. Don't want no, they pull up with that. It's times three, this how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and PJs. Rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, got